This is such a turd! This thing is amazing.
All right, so Odie, most of us know exactly who the hell you are, but experience in front-wheel drive cars?
Yeah, actually my first race car was front-wheel drive as a rally car. And when I got a rear-wheel drive car, I started to absolutely hate front-wheel drive cars. So I'm very excited to be in one right now after many years of just being done with them. So
a rally car is your only experience.
I'm a more seasoned driver. I like everything on four wheels, so I'm excited to try it now.
Well, 100% of the people that have driven this car have loved it, so I hope that you love it too. It does have the Feal coilovers on it, among very few mods. Just
nice.
4 mods in this thing. Hybrid racing shifter.
Yeah.
Wedsport wheels, Porterfield R4 race pads, and Falken RT660s.
Yeah, you didn't even take the track down.
I'm sorry. It is my daily, but please don't let that slow you down.
It smells good in here.
You send it, okay? You send it.
All right. Oh, it's so quiet. This is a hot rod right here, man.
Yeah, baby. go get him.
Oh my god. This is such a turd.
Okay, Odie just took the fit out. See what he does. He seems pretty comfortable in the car right away. He's on his out lap. Remember, he gets 2 laps, and then he has to bring the car in, and that's the lap time that he gets. So if he hits traffic, if he hits whatever, it is what it is. He was really excited, which makes me happy. Let's see how it works for him.
Oh man, I am so floored, and it's not going anywhere. But this thing's so fun. I don't want to lift off throttle. Honestly felt like I was going faster every single lap. Man, I just want to keep driving this thing. I think the rear coilovers, we need to slow down rebound a little bit, and this thing is amazing. I think spring rates, everything is great. I just want to keep driving it. This thing's so rewarding for driving smooth. Can't wait to see how my times are. Definitely learned a lot just from driving this slow turd.
Okay, so you just got out of the fit?
Yeah, I just got out of the fit, and man, I like honestly underestimated the car a little bit. I was driving it way too timid on my out lap, and yeah, my first lap's probably gonna be horrible because I was still too timid. And then my second lap, I was like, you can just not lift. The thing actually has a remarkable amount of grip. I mean, yeah, the 660 is a grippy tire, but the chassis is so light too that it just like, you could really overdrive it and it's sticks. So I kind of wish I had like 2 more laps maybe, because I literally like, you could get away with so much with that car on this track.
I know.
You could cut the course over the rumble strips, and if you go fast enough, it actually goes over the rough stuff. You just land and keep going, and you just don't have to lift. There's like areas in my Corvette where you not only lift, you brake. This thing you could get away with without the brakes for a very majority of the track.
Most of the track, absolutely.
Dude, it's so much fun. And then there's certain areas where you like trail brake on purpose, and then it's a sweet spot of powering out without like too much correction. There's an art obviously to driving front wheel drive, and it's fun just kind of getting a taste of that. So
absolutely, that's what my thought was too, because this is my first front wheel drive car.
Yeah.
So I've never actually driven one on track until this morning.
Sick.
So it was the same kind of, we're all in the same boat.
There's all these like little nuances, tricks as you learn them.
And I found that you get like 1 shot on turn in, and that's it. Like you don't have any, you can't adjust like a rear wheel drive car. If you mess up the turn in, it's bonked.
I know, and that's why I hated front wheel drive so much when I originally started driving, because I didn't have a lot of driving experience.
Right.
And I was like super not smooth.
It's ultra precise.
And I was just like, I was just kind of like, oh, well, that corner shot, you know, like you're saying, because you just turned in not aggressively enough, you didn't trail enough, or you corrected too much out of the trail.
Exactly.
And now you're like, now you do like ratchet.
It's like hitting the brakes.
Yep.
That car weighs about 2,380 pounds.
Nice.
With a full tank and no driver. So it's relatively light. Not ultra light, but for a modern car, it's really light.
I mean, the spring rates are definitely on the firmer side, which makes it kind of perfect for that. Because there's never a spot where you're like, oh, it's going to wallow over a rumble.
Exactly.
No, it's like,
we don't
the harder
want
you drive it, the more
And that's
responsive
exactly
it is.
what we wanted with that car, is just to have it like wicked rewarding to drive, but also bite you if you don't know exactly what you're doing, and give you a little bit of like a oh crap, like that first turn you go, okay, all right, this thing likes to party. Like that's the kind of feel that I wanted for it.
It's so easy to get it out of like an oversteer situation.
I know, it's not dangerous at all.
It's just like Miatas are way more of a handful than that. That's for sure. Short wheelbase rear wheel drive, and that's, I think when I got in it, because it's slow like a Miata, I was like a little timid because when you go really fast in a Miata, you could get into a lot of trouble.
Exactly.
Whereas this has that feeling, but you just don't get into that much trouble. So
that's exactly why I did it. Well, Odie, thank you so much for driving it, and let's go look at your lap time. Okay, go ahead. So what do you think you did?
I don't even know what's respectable. I know, I think I heard you say like you first time out ever you did like a that or something.
Yeah, but that's in the morning. It's a lot hotter now.
Yeah.
So and it's also my car, and you mentioned that you feel a little bad.
I have no
clue.
on
somebody's
like,
car.
It just felt so slow.
So it's also your first day at Buttonwillow ever. Is that correct?
Yes, it's my 3rd session ever at Buttonwillow today.
Yeah, so that's a huge asterisk here, because I have hundreds of laps here. In every car. I'm not like, okay, now you're like, all right, Kevin, you're really talking. All right, so you did a 2:16.6. with a top speed of 94 miles an hour, which is the same top speed as me, which is interesting. So we have the same top speeds.
Too gentle going into
I
the
honestly
turns,
think you were too gentle, and I mean, sure, we all just watched the footage. I'm sure you were too gentle. Seeing your bus stop, I knew that you were a bit too gentle.
Yeah.
Because you should be like bouncing and going almost off there.
Yeah.
Like dropping one tire, and you weren't dropping a tire at all.
If it was my car, I'd probably go all four in the dirt, just be like, oh, okay, here's where it is. But
well, maybe we'll have to have a redemption round after you do a full, maybe one whole day here, and then come back or wherever we end up.
I'll just drive this any opportunity I get. So thanks.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, man.
Thanks.
And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, any suspension or alignment, like things that you think we could do?
It feels good when you're beating on it, but when you're like going over the smaller bumps and stuff, we need to slow down the rebound in the rear.
Okay.
When you hit something big, it's very controlled, it's cool, but I feel like just there's like some smaller imperfections that like could give you more precision when you're turning in. And since it doesn't have a race seat or anything, it like will keep you in its seat. If we just keep that thing like slow down the rebound a little bit in the rear, it'll take some of that like jiggle away. But as soon as you experience like high shock shaft speeds, like go really through the suspension in it, it works fine. It's just a little bit slow down the rebound adjuster, which mainly does a lot of low speed rebound, and that's what we want to do. We want to slow it down just a little bit on the low speed rebound, and it'll just kind of keep that thing super flat. It'll feel like we put bigger bars on it, and it'll feel like it's just it'll take the hits the same way. It just won't come back up or overshoot or oscillate at all. So I'm just overly critical.
No, of course, it is your suspension that is on the car.
But it's super easy to do. It's literally turning a knob. I'd say go 5 clicks in the rear clockwise and try it. 5 clicks. Yeah. Okay, wow, so quite a bit. All right, I will give that a shot for my second session ever in the car.
Yeah. And yeah, thanks for that. Awesome. Rad. Cool.